Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and I've got Dr. Brandon Nielsen in the house, which is what I always say, because when we have Dr. Brandon Nielsen in the house, we always drop some amazing tips and some great information to help you. So here's the deal. Want to talk about, I want to talk about today, Candida.
Okay.
So what happened basically, as I was blessed enough to be on the Candida Summit, and they dropped my interview on Monday, which was the first day of the summit, and we talked for 40 minutes. And the problem is, we got a lot of feedback. We got a lot of great feedback, but we got a lot of feedback that was like, "Why didn't you just cut to the chase?"
Wait, what? Really?
Like, you guys just kind of meandered around
Sorry.
and didn't really talk about stuff. It's okay. That's okay.
No, I'm saying I don't understand why there's like cut to the
Well,
chase.
because we didn't just say, all right, look, here's the herb. They wanted information about how they should go after Candida, because people out there are suffering with Candida. And basically what happened is we just kind of had this conversation. We talked about this, we talked about that. We ended up kind of talking about a couple different things that wasn't just specific about Candida. And there was a bit of frustration from people.
Okay.
So I know you, so if you're not familiar with Dr. Nielsen, this is Dr. Brandon Nielsen, one of my favorite people on the planet, because not only is he very good looking, but he's extremely smart and he has a thriving practice. He's a dad of 4 little kids, so he treats his family holistically and naturally. And
yes, we do.
You know, the information that you drop when we're together and we just have a quick conversation is very valuable. So you see people with Candida.
Absolutely.
So short and sweet,
I mean,
and
tell
concise.
me what you guys talked about really quickly, like what was the consensus on Candida, and then I'll kind of add my 2 bits from there.
So the people that were on this summit basically are people who are suffering with Candida, and they already know about the diet.
Okay.
You know, everyone knows that they should take sugar out and fruit sugar and alcohol or whatever it is that they are eating to feed Candida. So the biggest thing is, what are some specific supplements and herbs that will help with Candida?
I mean, what are you guys using right now?
So we have our Mycocyde formula.
And that's what I was thinking of.
Right.
And remind me what's in there.
So Mycocyde has Lomatium, it has Sarsaprilla, Cayenne Pepper, and Poke root.
Okay.
And then I also suggest that people take a look at Pau d'Arco.
I was going to say Pau d'Arco.
Because Pau d'Arco is powerful even by itself.
Yep.
For Candida. I would also suggest taking a look at Suma root, because Suma is a powerful adaptogen that helps to balance body chemistry.
Absolutely.
And if you think about a person with Candida, their body is completely out of balance. And then I also think that when someone has Candida, they probably have a parasite issue as well.
Parasitic, or there's definitely a bacterial infection or bacterial imbalance, I should say. So let's talk really quickly. You're never going to get rid of Candida. It's always there. Right now, we just got yeast on us. I mean, it's floating in the air constantly, just like bacteria, but there's spores, right? There, you go out, there's mold, there's yeast, and they all kind of run together. Fungi, yeast, mold, that all kind of runs together. And people think, I'm going to eliminate it. Well, you'll get it in check, all right? Because you just breathe in. Oh, guess what? You just breathe in some Candida, okay? Basically is what I'm saying. So excellent what Jane just said. The herbs, Pau d'Arco, phenomenal. But you know what? One of the best herbs, like bar none, for Candida?
It's Lomatium.
It is. Actually, you know what I'll do? When somebody has Candida infection, I'll actually go after it with Lomatium and just push it out of their system with a detox rash if needed, because I don't know if I told you this, because we work with a lot of sick people. I was talking to my brother, and 16 out of 18 people got the rash. Whoa, I know.
His brother's a doctor too.
Yeah, functional medicine practitioner. Anyways, so the herbs that she just told you are phenomenal. One other herb, I do oftentimes like to use, I'll use like a product that's Candicidal, which I'll use specific acids to get rid of Candida as well. The other homeopathy, I'll oftentimes do like a specific Candida Plus. I'll usually use like a trifecta, so like a Lomatium with a Pau d'Arco, or like a Mycocyde product, which is excellent. There's another product I use, a Fungex. Then I'll usually use like some type of an acid, and I use that in a product called Candicidal. And then I'll usually do a homeopathy with that. So like a Candida Plus or a Candida series remedy specifically for Candida, okay?
So can people get these on their own without seeing a doctor?
They can get them from us, but you're not going to be able to just like order them on a website. You actually have to either call in or get them like kind of behind closed doors because they have to be accompanied with a prescription or from a doctor.
So if someone contacts you that's watching this,
Oh, absolutely.
they
They're fine.
can
Just say, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put Dr. Nielsen's contact information
Oh,
below
absolutely.
this because what I find too is people honestly, they have a desire and they have a knowledge, or they start to learn about some of these tools, but then they don't have access to them. And I love that you told people, and people probably know this, we have Candida already, but if it goes into overgrowth, that's when it starts to cause problems. So don't let the fact that you have Candida disturb you or make you totally upset, but the goal is to get it in check. So I'm going to drop a couple of links where you can connect with Dr. Nielsen and get these things without going through. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go to a doctor, shouldn't go to a functional medicine doctor.
Are totally fine. You can totally get these, and that's totally safe. I'm just saying, some of these things you're not going to be able to get. You can actually beat Candida and get it completely in check, so it's eliminated, right, with these things. The last thing that I'm going to say to this is a big part of Candida that a lot of people don't address is that you have this thing called a microbiome. You have 370 trillion bacteria cells in and on you. And if you can make them their friends, they will fight for you. And so specifically taking a specific probiotic for Candida is phenomenal. That's one of the best things that you can do, is finding a very good probiotic that will allow you then to balance out your microbiome. That it's like a fingerprint to your body. Like, it's very, very important for that. So those are some of the things that I recommend.
No, I think that's good. And I'll drop as much information below this video for you. So what are some of the things before we end this that people that come into your clinic and they have Candida, like what are some of their deepest concerns?
Here's one of the other big roots to this is it's interesting, but the other thing you have to do is detoxify from metals sometimes.
Yep.
And that's a classic thing where I'll recommend a nice, gentle, like a Metox, also a homeopathic remedy, because I won't try to push it too hard. I'll use alpha lipoic acid or N-acetyl-glutathione, which increases the serum levels of glutathione, will actually help detoxify. And the reason why I like to use those is because in the research they've been shown N-acetylcysteine is a precursor to glutathione. So what it will do is it's been in the research, in the data, it shows that it's good. It doesn't just push the metals around, meaning sometimes you'll take something like an EDTA or some of these other chelators, and what they'll do is they'll extract the metal, but we don't always know where it ends up. Okay, one other product, so I do like a homeopathic metal detoxifier. I do like Zeolite, and I do like glutathione N-acetylcysteine. And then also, I do like alpha lipoic acid. Those are kind of my biggies for heavy metals.
Okay, so let me ask you, what do you think about broken cell wall Chlorella?
Broken cell wall Chlorella, yes, I do like that. And I know you guys do have that product. It's excellent. Chlorella as all in cilantro. Yeah. Any type of greens are excellent for that. I've just seen the combination with that, and then with like a glutathione specifically, works phenomenally.
Yeah, so these things you just talked about, can people also get those
Absolutely.
from you? Okay, so
but you're not going to get them just on our like a website. You actually need to call in and just say, hey, I got information from you, and I was going to call you Dr. Jane. Dr. Jane.
Dr. Jane, medicine woman. But no, I don't have the doctor thing behind my name.
Anyway, so, but yes, you can call, and you just need to say, hey, watch some videos with you or Dr. Nielsen and Jane Barlow. Okay. And I'm interested in some of the products they've talked about, need prices or whatever.
Okay, so I'm going to do my best to put underneath this video. I'm going to watch this several times to make sure that I write down what we talked about.
I know, I just filled up a ton of
stuff. No, it's
stuff.
okay, because there are some people who will know what you talked about, who will know exactly what you said. Like, I understood everything you just said.
Yeah.
There will be people that will do the same. But some of the stuff that's familiar to us, we know might not be extremely familiar to you. So I'm going to write these down underneath this video, along with a contact. You might be careful because a lot of people will be contacting you. Well, but it's okay.
You actually won't contact me. You'll contact my office. I know I'd love to talk to you personally, but no, it's fine.
I meant your office.
I was going to say, sorry, I won't talk to you personally at this point. I feel fortunate to talk to Jane for 5 minutes today, and then I'm running after this.
Yeah, we both had a super busy day and a busy week. So before we end this very quickly, let's give your best tips for people when they get freaked out about what they can eat and can't eat let's make this just super
For
simple.
Candida?
Yes, because I think people just get freaked
it's
out.
just, you guys, it's so easy. Have any of you ever seen yeast? You put yeast out, what do you do to make it grow? Sugar, all right? That's how easy it is. Now, maybe I'm a little bit different than some researchers, but what I'll usually do is, and doctors, is I'll actually kind of do the anti-sweet, anti-sugar diet, what you're talking about. And sometimes I've had to even take people off carbs, even like long grain or whole grain carbs, like whole grain. I remember one girl we were helping out with, even rice was bothering her. So sometimes in that case, we have to take them off all those things that will provide the yeast, the Candida, food, right? Sugar is food for yeast. So it can be, simple sugars, can be complex sugars like carbohydrates, but really taking that off of that. And then here's the thing, you guys, what I usually do is I'll actually have a day where they'll actually add in a little bit of sugar to kind of bring it back, and then we'll hit it again. Now, some doctors don't do that. They're just like completely, but as I've gone through the years, I actually like to allow, like, let's say 10 days on, 3 days off, and I don't even do 3 days with Candida. That's more like parasitic, which it also accompanies Candida, you guys. So I'll see that, but I'll do like a day off, let them eat a little bit of sugar, and then hit it hard again.
When you say eat a little bit of sugar.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
No,
like
you
a
need
little,
to say.
I know, like a little bit of sugar, like not a cup. So if you're
and you're
doing,
not talking about refined white sugar.
No.
Or a donut or a cupcake.
No.
You're talking
No,
about a
like
piece of fruit, right?
a piece of fruit. Exactly,
So,
like one fruit one day, then go back on.
Yeah,
and
so,
this is stubborn stuff.
Yeah, so don't think that because he says have some sugar that you can go have a piece of cake.
No,
Because
don't
that's
have-
not what this is about. So
Yeah, don't go and
So
have cake.
anyway, that's
Hopefully that helps.
yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'll put some really good contact and link stuff down at the bottom of this, and I will be monitoring the comments on this. This guy won't because he's in hot demand. And
I'm sorry, guys. I will not be monitoring the
no,
comments.
he never does. It's all good. Luckily, I have access to you. Okay, have a great day, guys. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.